Hola, hola, hola! Welcome, guys, back to another stream of Danganronpa V2. And today we shall go through our third trial. I'm just stalling for a little bit. Hey, buddy. Until we get some people in here, maybe, who knows. There you go, Merlin. Just let my dog out. And here we probably go. Yeah, probably. It's probably time to just start this up and hope for a good time. Let's just finish preparations.
Now then, let's begin with a simple explanation of the class trial. During the class trial, you will present your arguments for who the killer is and vote for who done it. If you vote correctly, then only the blackened will receive punishment. But
Yes.
if you pick the wrong person, I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will earn the right to leave this island. Oh well, who cares about this boring explanation? Let's get on with it already!
But you go through it every single time that we do a class trial.
I don't mind starting the trial, but I don't really have a grasp of how the case played out. You know, because I was asleep the whole time.
Well, you were sick the whole time.
Even if you do grasp it, you're just gonna confuse the heck out of us, aren't you?
But Nagito's not alone. I don't really get it either.
You're fine. Your head's empty anyway.
So that your head is empty too.
Empty
Don't
head?
say that.
What's wrong with that? Listen up. The emptier your head, the more dreams you can stuff inside it, you know?
I don't know. I don't know, Akane.
Anyway, we shouldn't proceed with the trial if those two can't participate in the arguments. Since he's the first witness, why don't we ask Hajime to explain the incident and the sequence of events?
Then, let's start with when we split into the hospital team and motel team because of the despair disease. The hospital team consisted of Nagito, Ibuki, and Akane, who were infected, and Mikan, Fuyuhiko, and me.
The other 5 on the motel
Oh,
team
Lolito.
were myself, Gundam, Kazuichi, Chiaki, and Hyoko.
Spending the night at the hospital was prohibited, so Hajime and I had to sleep at our cottages.
I woke up at my cottage on the day the incident happened. Mikan came by to wake me up and told me that Nagito had recovered from his symptoms. We immediately headed over to the hospital, and after we confirmed his recovery, I made Mikan rest in the on-call room since she hadn't slept all night, while I waited in the hospital lobby. And then, I saw the incoming signal light on the surveillance camera blinking before our scheduled time. When I pressed the button to turn on the monitor, what appeared on screen was a video of someone wearing a hospital gown and a hemp bag on their head,
Oh,
climbing a stepladder. Amazing! That's such a heart-pounding story! And then what did you do, Hajime?
Nagito, I want to punch you so hard right
I
now.
tried to stop them, of course. I rushed out of the hospital and ran to where the video was being recorded, the music venue. But it was too late. By the time I arrived, the person wearing the hemp bag on their head was already hanging from the ceiling. I thought I should tell the others right away, so I headed to the motel.
Why the motel?
Because it was close to the music venue, and unlike the hospital, there were more able-bodied people there.
It is smart.
At least, that's what I thought. But the only person who came with me was Chiaki.
But I remember feeling a little relieved because not long after, we met up with Mikan and Fuyuhiko.
We were also looking for Ibuki since she disappeared from our site.
After I rested for a bit, I started counting everyone at the hospital. And then I noticed Ibuki was gone. So I sprinted out of the hospital.
You can sprint, Mikon?
Coincidentally, I
Without
ran
tripping?
into Fuyuhiko. So I pled with him in various ways to see if he could help me out.
Various ways?
Don't say it like that and confuse people.
After I heard from those two that Ibuki disappeared, I had a feeling she was the person wearing the hemp bag. So I immediately led them to the music venue.
but the door wouldn't open. Since we had no other option, the four of us broke down the door. And when that happened, we didn't just find Ibuki's body. We also found Hiyoko's. And not just that. Her body was taped to a pillar.
That's when we heard the body discovery announcement. Not once, but twice in a row.
And so, we decided to lower the hanged body, didn't we?
When we removed the hemp bag, just as we feared, it was Ibuki.
So that's how the case played out. Thank you. I understood it very easily.
Good, Nagito. I'm
Well,
glad
it's
you did.
clear what the problem with this case is. When Hajime left the music venue, who...
Wait, how do I know anything Hajime just said is true?
Oh my god, Nagito.
Sorry, I'm only being impartial right now. And the story I just heard is clearly suspicious. Hajime, if you're the only one who saw the hanging video, and the first one to discover Ibuki's body, then you could be lying as much as you want right now, right?
Lie? Why would I lie?
Obviously.
I wanna punch you.
So you could make us ignore what might be an inconvenient truth for you.
Do you doubt me?
If you're not lying, I would like you to prove it. Come on, try to prove it to me. Prove you're not the killer.
Good. It's just as Kazuchi said, Nagito is the kind of guy who would just confuse us and make the matters worse. Damn it, I shouldn't have explained it to Nagito. I'm in trouble now thanks to that. God damn it, Nagito. I'm gonna have to discipline you later. What do we want? Probably that.
Hajime's testimony is clearly suspicious.
If Hajime's testimony is a lie, then the fact that Ibuki hung herself...
That would also be a lie.
Okay.
I don't think I can deny that possibility. After all, Hajime is the only witness.
Why would Hajime lie?
That's
Well,
true. Why
obviously
would
because he's the killer.
Did Hajime kill both of them?
The fact that the bodies were imitating the movie.
Got it.
No,
Got
that's
it.
wrong.
Easy peasy.
I'm not the killer. I mean, there's no way I'd be able to imitate that movie.
Of course you're not. I already knew that.
Nagito, I want to punch you so bad.
Huh?
Jeez.
Before the incident, Hajime had never watched that movie. His invitation ticket is proof of that. Each person only received one ticket, and they're marked with a stamp that shows the date and time. Isn't that right, Monokuma?
Yes, no mistakes there.
No mistakes
Which
there.
means there's no way Hajime, who never saw the movie, could commit murders that imitated it. Or did anyone tell him what happens in the movie? Of course no one did, right?
Hold on a sec. You're the one who brought this up in the first place.
Nagito, what are you doing?
Well, since we're opening with your witness testimony, I thought we should solidify the foundation. It also provides a good warm-up.
Jesus Christ. Double murder. Yes, I know, Chloe. It's sad.
What warm-up? This isn't a game, you know.
Don't get mad. I just think warming up is really important. Especially since this isn't a game.
What a waste of time.
Ugh.
Well, I knew it would turn out like this anyway.
Now then, since we know Hajime's testimony is reliable,
Why
let
you
us
sad,
move on
Chloe?
to the
Why you
arguments.
sad?
So this means Ibuki definitely climbed the stepladder all by herself, right?
Yeah, I'm positive.
Then that seals it! Ibuki committed suicide!
If Ibuki committed suicide, then who killed Hiyoko?
A murder coincidentally occurring in the same place as a suicide. Ain't possible, huh?
I have no comment on that, Chloe. I won't say anything.
Like I said before, it's pretty clear what the problem with this case is. The killer murdered Hiyoko while Hajime was gone. So all we gotta do is establish who could have possibly done that.
Then let's ask Hajime. How long would you say you were away from the music venue?
Like 10
I
minutes.
couldn't have been gone for more than 10 minutes.
So they killed Hiyoko and taped her up within 10 minutes? There's no way that's possible.
That's why the killer stalled for time by making the music venue a closed room.
What do you mean, a closed room?
The killer blocked the venue door from the inside to try and keep us from entering right away.
However, that door is the only entrance to the music venue, right? If they blocked the door from the inside, the killer would not have been able to leave either.
Do you want me to say that Chiaki dies or doesn't die?
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Yeah, he's alive. Barely. He cut his own stomach earlier in, like last week when we were playing. He cut his stomach.
Which means, when we broke down the venue door, the killer was still inside.
But our boy Nekamaru's in critical, condition. I cannot tell you that, Chloe. I will not deny it or say it.
They were?
If that's the case,
She could
the
live,
only
she could
suspicious
die.
people are
Who
those who
knows?
don't have an alibi for that time. And that's you two, Sonia and Kazuichi.
Me too?
I don't want to tell you, Chloe. I can't tell you.
What the hell? Why's it gotta be us?
The others all have alibis. Chiaki, Mikan, Hajime, and I all broke down the venue door together. Gundam met up with Hajime at the motel right before that. And if Akane and Nagito were laid up in the hospital, the only person that leaves is one of you.
There's another person who doesn't have an alibi. You know, Nekomaru. Me too!
Hey, why are you talking like, huh? You're kidding, right? You're not up to something weird, are you?
Please stop making bad jokes.
Anyway, if the killer was hiding inside the venue, we
I
should
will never
obviously
tell you,
doubt
Chloe.
the people who don't have alibis.
I only told you about Gundam. And who knows when he dies. He could die in this trial, he could die in the next one, he could die in the one after that.
What a wicked way of backing us into a wall. Is this his professional skill?
The killer was inside the music venue. Fukio obviously thinks so, but is that really it? I don't think so. I don't think that's really it. Oh, I didn't want to.
The killer was still inside the music venue. By locking the door from the inside, they tried to keep us from getting in.
It seems they were trying to stall for time.
Did I?
How did they lock the door? That door should not have had a lock.
The lock was on the floor in front of the door.
Are you talking about the broken drumstick?
I don't.
You can use that as a bolt to lock the door. By doing that, the killer who was hiding inside waited till we gathered together.
Did I? Did I
And
really say
suddenly
that?
appeared.
So they looked like they had just rushed over.
I have seen this in serial crime dramas.
I have to think here. The person remark contradicts the truth. They should be able to prove with that evidence.
The killer was still inside the music venue. By locking the door from the inside, they tried to keep us from getting in.
From inside.
It seems they were trying to stall for time.
How did they lock the door?
Stall for time.
That door should not have had a lock.
I'm trying to
The lock
think.
was on the floor in front of the door.
Are you talking about the broken drumstick?
You can use that as a bolt to lock the door. By doing that, the killer who was hiding inside waited till we gathered together, and suddenly
So they looked like they...
I have seen
It
this in
has to
serial
be.
crime
I think it has
dramas.
to be the time. But I'm
the
not.
killer was still inside the
100%
music
sure.
venue.
I'm not 100% which
By
one we have
locking the
to
door
use.
from the inside, They tried to keep us from getting in.
Oh, okay. I think I know which one. I think I know which one we need.
The lock was on the floor.
Are you talking about the broke?
You can use that as a by doing that. Waited till we get, and suddenly it.
So they look like they...
I have seen this in serial crime dramas.
I think I know which one we have to hit.
The killer was still inside by locking the door from the inside.
There we go. Oh,
no,
wow.
that's wrong.
Got the right one too.
Hold on a sec. There's also a possibility that the door was locked from the outside.
From the outside? How?
There was a semi-transparent glob stuck to the venue door. Maybe that's what they used.
Semi-transparent glob? Like rubber, maybe?
Something. It wasn't rubber at all. It was something glob that was probably like gummy? Gummy? Glue? Like glue?
I see!
Glue.
That semi-transparent glob must have been glue.
Damn, my first try, yeah. It's always my first try. I have to like listen to the conversation multiple times before
Glue?
sometimes before my brain actually wants to function right.
Yeah, I think so too.
That's right, she ate it yesterday.
It had a firm, gel-like chewiness. And I could smell workshop chemicals the moment I put it in my mouth. Based on all that, I'm certain it was glue.
I didn't know glue was edible.
It's not.
I believe it is not something one typically eats.
That glue was only applied to the areas where both doors touch.
It makes great slime.
By pouring it in the gaps of the closed door, they must have sealed the venue door from the outside.
And thanks to that, a glob of glue was left where the door was stuck. Yep, it fits perfectly.
But if you just stick them together with glue, you'd be able to break down the door easily.
Not if you heat it
That
up.
doesn't really matter. The killer only did that to make us think the door was locked from the inside.
What'd you say?
I don't think that's true, Chloe. I don't think real gamers actually eat glue.
First of all, didn't that drumstick we found seem really obvious? Almost unnaturally so? It was so obvious that it makes more sense to think the killer placed it as a diversion.
Are you saying the
Did you eat
drumstick
glue,
was a trap
Did
the
you
killer
eat
set
glue,
on purpose?
Chloe?
Then I totally fell for that fucking trap.
Yeah, you did.
Apologize to Miss Sonia and me. However, you're not allowed to slice open your stomach this time.
In a quarrel, both sides are to blame. That's why it's better to just have no sides at all.
I don't think that's true, Monomi.
So, during the 10 minutes Hajime left the venue,
Chloe-
the killer murdered Hiyoko and created a closed space?
I really doubt that you eat glue. For some reason, I just don't believe that you eat glue.
And they also taped her up after killing her, right?
Even quick work has limits.
Oh, what unimaginable speed for a slowpoke like me.
If they couldn't have done it while Hajime was away from the venue, they must have done it earlier than that.
You know, true, but like, I don't believe that you actually eat glue. Earlier.
But when Hajime got to the venue, only Ibuki's body was there, right?
And when you went back with everyone else, Hiyoko's body was there too, right? But it's possible that the body was just revealed at that time, when Hiyoko was actually killed earlier.
Just revealed?
Of course, the body wasn't revealed on its own. The killer did that too. Here, I have proof.
That scrap of paper. Is that what we found in the baton lighting at the music venue?
That's right, but just what is this scrap anyway?
The scrap that was stuck to the background light in the music venue, now it should be able to figure this one out. It's the wallpaper, isn't it? Is this Handbag Gambit? Oh, it is. Oh, there's the A that I need. Oh my god, there's so many. Okay. Oh. Oh my gosh. Please. I actually messed that up so badly. Now that. I need an E. What the frick is this E? Oh my gosh. No, actually, I'm dumb. I'm actually just dumb.
I got it!
That took a lot longer than it needed to.
That scrap. Isn't it part of the wallpaper in the storage room? In the music venue storage room, there should have been black wallpaper that's the same color as that scrap. There was also a tear along the edge of the wallpaper, wasn't there?
You're right. If you overlay the scrap that was caught on the lighting with the tear in the wallpaper... See? It fits perfectly.
I see. So the scrap that was caught on the baton lighting was originally part of the wallpaper.
And what's wrong with that? Does it have something to do with Hyoko's body disappearance?
A mere nobody like me isn't important enough to answer that.
Jesus Christ.
But if you guys
Nagito.
were exceptional enough to identify that scrap of paper, you can figure this out easily.
The scrap of paper that was stuck on the baton lighting was part of the wallpaper I found in the storage room. Is it connected to the sudden appearance of Hyoko's body? Oh, I think it is. If I trace back from there, I can answer should be clear. Because I think the... Yes, he is. He is such a sub. Alright, let's give this a try. This is logic... Oh, this is going to be logic dive. What buttons to jump again? Okay. I missed that. How did I miss that? Oh, I know. I wasn't even paying attention that time. Okay, question 1. Why did Hyoko's body suddenly appear? Yes, Nagito is... I guess in a way he is. I almost actually went completely forward on that. What did... Oh! I'm not even paying attention to it. I like looked down at chat for a second and I was not paying attention to where I was going. Oh my. Okay. How did the killer... Okay, they covered the pillar. Alright. We figured this out
It's all
easily.
coming together. I got it. Hyoko's body was hidden before we found it.
But it would have taken quite a long time to tape up a
The body was already taped up and the killer hid it, along with the pillar using the wallpaper.
What? They hid the pillar?
Yeah, by wrapping the wallpaper around the pillar, the killer was able to create a slightly larger pillar. So when I first discovered Ibuki's body, Hyoko's body was already there.
Oh. Aha.
However, because it was concealed within a slightly larger pillar, I didn't realize that at the time.
Well, that's understandable. I mean, it makes sense that you'd notice Ibuki's body right away.
So they used the baton lighting on the ceiling to hang the wallpaper?
The baton lighting forms a perfect circle around the pillar.
Why
So
do
using
you
it to hang the wallpaper totally fits.
Why do you want to hug Chloe?
Then, the reason the wallpaper was covered in so many stickers was to make it look like that pillar.
That's how they hid Hyoko's body, and then peeled off the wallpaper as soon as I left the music venue.
But the killer made a mistake. They accidentally ripped off a piece of the wallpaper. And because of that, a scrap was left on the baton lighting.
Aha.
The killer must have been in
Oh.
a hurry. Their plan took too long. Hajime could have walked in on them.
I don't really need human affection to live.
But going to the trouble of hiding the body and the pillar is very bold and risky.
But the crime itself would be much easier to pull off since they don't have much to do while Hajime's gone. They just have to peel off that wallpaper and stash it in the storage room. It's not that big of a deal.
Then, when was Hyoko actually killed?
Good point. And on that note, it's about time we shed some light on those imitation murders.
You mentioned imitation murder more than once. But what is that?
Oh my god, Monomi.
Are
Well-
you kidding me? You haven't seen my masterpiece? The Wizard of Monomi 2.5D?
You like
Hey,
Fukio? Why do you like
don't put my
Fukio now?
likeness in your movies without my permission.
You're pretty noisy for someone who eats mothballs.
I don't eat mothballs. I just enjoy looking at them. I knew it. There are so many similarities. It must have been intentional.
Ibuki's death by hanging matches the Scarecrow's death from the movie. Not just that, but Hyoko getting taped up after her death matches the lion's death.
It's as if both crimes were replicas of scenes from the movie, although the
Well, I guess you
mutilated
never-
Tin Man was omitted.
I don't think you really ever voiced that you liked him.
But why did the killer go to all this trouble in the first place?
Or you did and I just don't remember.
Based on what we know, the reason the killer chose these imitations isn't that difficult to figure out.
The reason the killer imitated the two victims in the movies, it should be explained.
I see!
Mix up the...
The reason the killer imitated 2 of the murders from the movie
Alright.
is so he'd mix up the killing order.
What if I tell you he actually dies?
Then, Hiyoko was actually killed before Ibuki?
A valid line of reasoning.
Yeah, it's valid. The condition of Ibuki's body suggests that as well.
What do you mean? If you're going to cry and beg like that, then I guess I'll hear about the condition of Ibuki's body.
I'm not even crying.
I'll let you sob as much as you want later. Just hurry up and tell me before I change my mind.
What a jerk!
Oh, I see. You want me to explain it to you, right? Because you don't understand what I'm saying, right?
An even bigger jerk? Impossible!
Look, Ibuki died because she hanged herself, right? That means when she was still alive, her feet were touching the floor.
What's wrong with that?
But it seems Ibuki was still standing when Hiyoko was killed.
Oh, it's because under her footprints.
That would mean
There was
Hiyoko
blood.
was killed before Ibuki.
How light. Your words are so light as the sylph's feather. Your opponent is out of your league. It is too absurd to try to perplex me so inadequately.
Man, he's being annoying again.
First and foremost, you claim Ibuki's feet were touching the floor when Hiyoko was killed. How can a low-class creature with no psychic abilities like you know something like that?
Because she was doing something that's only possible if her feet were on the floor.
It seems you suffer from a pathetic delusion.
You're one to talk.
I don't think he can figure it out. Most of these characters are dumb. Anyway, this continues, we're just gonna talk in circles. I think the best way to clarify Ibuki's status when Hiyoko was killed. Make your argument. Blood on souls.
When Hiyoko died, Ibuki's feet were on the floor.
I am telling you to present your evidence.
Did you see her walking?
If her feet were on the floor,
She's not gonna die.
was there any sign she stepped on something?
I agree with that.
She won't die.
Just as Sonia said.
I'll tell you
Ibuki
that.
stepped
Okay,
on
Chloe,
something.
she won't die.
That something was blood. There were faint blood stains on the soles of her slippers.
That is not Ibuki's blood, right? She suffered no external injuries.
Yeah, she won't.
Then it's Hiyoko's blood.
Hiyoko's only wound was a fatal slice on her neck. And she died almost instantly, right?
If Ibuki stepped on her blood,
Best girl gets to live.
It means Ibuki was still standing when Hiyoko was mortally wounded. Which means Ibuki was still alive at the exact moment Hiyoko was killed.
Don't underestimate the power of the evil eye!
God damn it, Gundam. Please, Gundam.
Is that it? A shepherd dressed in his Sunday's finest still reeks of lamb, Hajime Hinata.
Does that mean you have a rebuttal?
Does that mean you have a rebuttal? That's a good line. But are you sure you're sure? If I show you how serious I am, this world might be destroyed, you know. You're so frightened you can't even make a sound. It seems you've realized our difference in status.
Maybe you did, maybe you didn't. I don't know, Chloe.
However, the time for conviction starts now. You better entertain me to the fullest.
Who knows, Chloe? It has to be... I want to say it's that, because we don't have... Yeah, it has to be special.
You're saying the blood on Ibuki's feet belonged... Ha! Impossible! Try to remember the crime scene. There was no... You can't step on blood that was never there. Just about... Did you see a nice nightmare?
Entertain. Oh, okay, so
You're
I'm
saying
just...
the blood on Ibuki's feet. Ha! Impossible! Try to remember the crime scene. There was no blood on the floor.
Allow me to cut through those words! That's not it. The reason there was no blood on the floor is because the killer wiped it away afterward.
Don't say such foolish things! You don't have proof of that at all!
I do, Gundam.
Yes, I do. If you look closely, there's a streak on the floor where blood was wiped away.
You wouldn't entertain Gundam. Gundam would entertain you, Chloe.
When the killer tried to hide Hyoko's body, they probably cleaned the blood at the same time, but... Ibuki must have already stepped in it, and the killer probably didn't even realize it.
The reason they wiped off the blood on the floor was so we'd mix up the order of the murders, right? Even if they're able to hide Hyoko's body, it'd be bad if her blood was left out in the open.
Plus, Ibuki's body was left out in the open, and it wasn't bleeding from any open wounds at all.
And you'll be able to see all of his dark demons that he's raiding.
Hyoko's body was probably wrapped in duct tape to stop her bleeding.
Actually, the bleeding will stop once the heart stops beating. So I don't think they had to go that far.
Aside from MIKAN, none of us were aware of that fact, so the killer probably did not know it either.
Maybe the heater was running inside the music venue so it would screw with MIKAN's autopsy?
That's right! I didn't know the time of death because of the heater!
If the time of death wasn't mentioned in the Monokuma file just to keep concrete evidence from us.
Yep. Since we have all this evidence, there's no one else who wants to object, right? Then it's decided. Hyoko was killed before Ibuki.
I swear, if Nagito says something, I'm going to be mad.
It appears that it is wiser to retreat for now. Fine then, but regardless of good or evil, there's no deceit in upholding one's convictions.
Can't you just shut up and back off?
Now then, let us resume our debate.
Wait a sec. There's something I want to run by Monokuma first.
It is. It actually is.
Huh? Again? Didn't something like this happen last time, too?
Hey, if the victim actually committed suicide, what are we supposed to do?
Huh? Suicide?
The same as always. You have to vote for who the killer is. Think about it. A suicide means you've killed the most important existence of all, yourself. Unfortunately, that means there's no Blacken to punish, but I guess in a pinch, I can always punish Monomi.
Why me?
Nagito? What do you mean? If the victim actually committed suicide?
Yeah, what about Connie's titties? What about them, Chloe?
Well, I mean, I understand Hyoko's death, but I'm wondering if Ibuki was really murdered.
They're just two mountains of fat.
For example, it's possible Ibuki killed Hyoko, and then committed suicide due to a guilty conscience, right?
That's totally impossible! Then she never would have killed her to begin with!
She was afflicted by the despair disease, remember? That means anything can happen.
But if Ibuki's the killer, she wouldn't have been able to falsify the sequence of the murders, right? After Hajime saw the hanged body, the sudden appearance of Hyoko's body soon after means the killer had to be alive at that time.
Then she was alive!
Okay, so it was the motive for this killing, or it was supposed to be the motive for this killing. The despair disease like pretty much makes you like the opposite of you. So the three people, Akane, Nagito, and Ibuki had it, Ibuki became very gullible, like more gullible than she usually is. Nagito became a liar, and then Akane became a coward.
When Hajime first discovered Ibuki, she was just pretending to be dead. If she waited until Hajime left, that's when she could have made her move and mess with the crime scene.
She hanged herself, remember? There's no fucking way she could have faked that.
And if she was going to fake her death, I think she wouldn't have chosen hanging. Her body would have been defenseless in that state. If anyone touched her, that alone would have ruined her plan.
I'm pretty sure she can't stay still either if
So
she
that
faked her
means
death.
there's no doubt that someone killed those two. I'm glad. Now I'm free to search for the killer.
Oh my god, Nagito.
What the heck?
Ah, there's still one more issue on my mind. If Ibuki didn't commit suicide, then just what was that video Hajime saw?
Huh?
According to that video you saw, Ibuki was by herself when she climbed the stepladder, right? Then does that mean someone forced her to do it?
Forced? Perhaps they used hypnotism or something?
I don't know anything about that.
Don't say it all proud.
Putting that aside, it seems obvious that the killer did something. So, maybe we should figure out who was able to do whatever that was.
So, an alibi. Then our plan is to destroy the weakest alibi.
Or her face. What do you mean by that, Chloe?
Since Hajime has seen the video, it is clear what time the crime took place.
But just to be sure, that surveillance camera doesn't have a record function, right?
It's a cheap-ass surveillance camera, you know? There's no way it'd have some kind of sweet recording feature.
Then, the video Hajime saw was actually live?
What time did Hajime see that video?
I saw it at the hospital, right before Monokuma's morning announcement. And I saw the body at the music venue a little after Monokuma's announcement.
Okay, so when we found Ibuki's body, the hemp bag that was over her head was at the scene of the crime.
So Ibuki hanged herself right before Monokuma's announcement. And since we established that Hiyoko was killed before Ibuki, that means the time that the murders occurred was before and during the announcement.
Then, we just have to find the person who doesn't have an alibi during that time?
And the thing doesn't record. What's the one I'm thinking? It doesn't record. What am I thinking? It doesn't record. It just yeah, it doesn't record. So it can't be like a video that was just there
Now
to
then,
show.
I shall issue my decree. Let Operation Destroy the Weakest Alibi commence.
Probably Mikan's account, right? Oh.
We can exclude the sick people like me and Akane, right?
And what about the others?
Right before the morning announcement, I was totally sleeping in my motel room.
I think everyone at the motel was doing that.
So everyone who stayed at the motel doesn't have an alibi.
What about you guys?
I was where I was supposed to be, my own cottage.
That's not an alibi.
Aside from those afflicted by the disease, if nobody has an alibi, then Operation Destroy the Weakest Alibi has failed.
I can check these, right?
We can exclude the sick.
So we have Whose alibis do we have? Okay. So it can't be that. I think it has to be.
And what about the others?
I think it has to be MIKAN.
Right before the morning announcement, I was totally sleeping in my motel room.
I think everyone at the motel was.
So everyone who stayed at... What about you guys? I was where I was supposed to be. My own cottage.
That's not an alibi.
Aside from those afflicted by the disease, if nobody has an alibi...
Okay.
No, that's
so
wrong.
it is MIKAN's account.
Hold on. Not all of us are missing an alibi. In fact, MIKAN and I both have alibis.
You two have alibis?
Up until I saw that hanging video, MIKAN and I were actually together for a while.
We even woke up together that morning.
Oh my god.
Hey, what kind of situation is that?
Shut up.
I accidentally fell asleep on top of Hajime.
Too much info.
Yeah, it's not like that. She just came to tell me Nagato's condition had improved.
And we went to the hospital together afterward, so we were together until right before the announcement.
I get it. You guys have alibis.
If that's the case, the killer must be someone else.
It's better if we think about it like that. The killer decided to falsify the murder sequence to hide the actual time of the crime anyway.
So it's inevitable that an alibi for both before and during the morning announcement would be very important.
It feels like Operation Destroy the Weakest Alibi has backed us into a corner instead.
Yeah, thanks, Sonia.
But committing an imitation murder, is that really all it was?
Huh?
Faking the time the crime occurred by falsifying the murder sequence, hiding their alibi in the process? Was that the only reason the killer made both bodies imitate the movie?
Are you saying there was another reason?
I feel really bad for confusing you guys so much, but that's how I feel. I think the killer had a completely different reason for falsifying the murder sequence.
The killer had a different reason? If that's the case, are we still in the killer's trap? Inside a trap set by one of us? If so, then whose and what kind of trap is it? Who knows? But we hit that intermission. I like how they give you intermission now for these trials.
Hiya!
Well, hello there, Monomi. The moss balls sure look tasty today.
Stop it!
Don't categorize me as someone who loves or lives off of moss balls. And there's some chance time. Or here's some chance time. Haha, what? What's that? Now then, Monomi's appeal time starts now. Huh? Appeal time? Your kind-hearted big brother is gonna give you the chance to reclaim your honor. Good luck. Show this jerk who treats you like a red-headed stepchild to his boss. That's 99% your fault. While you are whining, your time's already running out. So please make your appeal simple. About 30,000 words or so. That's too long. It would be it'll just be a boring appeal. Come on. If you really appeal, if your appeal is successful, there might be merchandise opportunities heading your way. Then I'm Isumi, Magical Miracle Girl Isumi. It's a itty bitty girl I'm an itty bitty girl who's sweet like milk. Jeez, and I thought a certain robot little sister was supposed to be the best.
What a disappointment!
you talking about? I have no clue whatsoever. I don't either. Who are you talking about? Yes, I would like to save. Trial, reopen. Okay, I swear, if she, oh my gosh, she's doing this again.
Monomi. Once again, I've been put in such an unreasonable situation.
No, you haven't. I have.
Seriously,
We have to listen
he's
to you.
like the king of unreasonableness. Why? We were supposed to have a fun, friendly school trip, but it turned out all bloody instead.
Oh my god.
No, this definitely cannot be allowed. That's why I want you to remember this. Everyone, do your very best. Don't lose to yourself. And don't forget to save frequently.
Yes, never forget to save your games, guys. The reason the killer did an imitation murder is a reason other than falsifying the murder sequences. Does something like that even exist?
Huh. It suddenly got quiet in here.
Yeah, because of you, Nagito.
Did I confuse you?
Yes, you did.
If so, I wish I could die from self-loathing.
Okay, you can chill out now.
Man, this again.
If that's the case, it would have been just dandy if they had gone ahead and killed me too.
Well, they couldn't. They're only allowed to kill 2 people.
If that happened, the imitation would have been perfect. So why didn't they do that?
Well, it's against the rules to kill 3 people in the first place.
That rule is too harsh. I couldn't get killed because of that.
Seriously, just shut up already! Shut up forever!
But I'm thinking about it again, and he's totally right. It feels incomplete.
Because they didn't kill 3 people like the movie did? That's only because of Monokuma's rule.
I don't think so.
It's not just that. Come on, try to remember the content of the movie. About the lion that got killed second.
That's the one Hyoko's body was imitating, right?
Even though we're calling it an imitation, the lion was actually pinned by arrows, right?
Right.
But Hyoko's body was suspended by common household duct tape.
Maybe they just used a common substitute because it was too difficult to imitate the arrows.
I don't think it would be.
Well, that's probably it, but that attitude is what makes this feel incomplete. If falsifying the murder sequence was the killer's plan from the very beginning, they should have taken steps to properly imitate it.
But if we never realized it was a half-assed imitation, their entire plan would have been completely useless.
What are you trying to say? Are you saying the imitation wasn't planned?
I don't think so.
I'm saying Hyoko's murder wasn't.
What?
Hyoko's murder wasn't planned?
I understand that imitation wasn't enough, but aren't you making a bunch of assumptions?
It's not just the poor imitation. There are also other strange details.
Oh.
Strange details? Like what?
Like, for example, why did Hyoko go to the music venue?
Why did Hyoko go to the music venue?
So, you're saying the truth behind Hyoko's murder is hidden?
We know why.
I have no freaking clue what you're trying to say.
However, this is getting quite interesting. My 4 dark devas of destruction are getting riled up.
Why Hyoko went to the music venue? If that's the key to all of this, I need to find out no matter the cost. You already know, Hajime. You already know. What would we even use for this one?
Why did Hyoko go to the music venue? There's no way we'd know that!
Maybe the killer summoned her.
If that's not it, maybe she got abducted by the killer.
No, maybe.
I don't know.
She went of her own free will.
She was guided by the will of causality.
Okay, I think we have to use the motel key. Yeah, we have to use the motel key. Okay.
Go to the music. There's no way we'd know that.
Maybe the killer summoned her.
If that's not it, maybe she got abducted by the killer.
No, maybe she went of her own free will.
Okay.
I agree with that.
We did it, guys. I learned.
Just as Sonia said, she went to the music venue of her own free will.
So, exactly as I assumed.
If no one called for her, then why did she go?
Hiyoko locked herself in her room because she was being overly cautious of the despair disease, you know?
Oh, that's not it.
I don't think a person like that would leave their room just because someone called for them.
There's no way she got abducted?
Hiyoko locked the room she was staying in before she went out.
If she was forcibly taken from her room, there's no way she would have had time to lock it.
The killer could have locked her door, right? Just to hide the fact Hiyoko got abducted.
But
Then they
that's not
couldn't
true.
have hidden her room key that deep in her kimono. They would have put it somewhere more obvious. Otherwise, there's no point in messing with the crime scene if nobody finds the key.
That's true.
At the time, you were the one who actually took out the key, right? Then something like that.
I won't lose.
Oh my god, Akane. Please, girl. Big titty girl.
Are you saying my gut was wrong? This could be my first and last highlight of the day. Why won't you just let me shine already?
No, that's not the issue.
Shut up! Enough with your fancy talk. I'll shut you up right now.
Will you really? Will you really?
Hiyoko was locked inside her room, right? She definitely got abducted or something. The killer forced their way into Hiyoko's room and forcibly abducted her. That girl is so small and weak-looking. And that's why the killer targeted her.
I went. Okay, so we
But
still.
Hiyoko's room was locked. The key was deep inside her kimono, remember? It's more likely that Hiyoko locked the door herself.
The killer was the one who locked the door. So what if the key was in her kimono? Maybe the killer just put it there later.
Haha.
There's no reason for the killer to put the key in Hiyoko's kimono. The killer probably didn't realize she even had the key.
Hold on. Try remembering Hiyoko's body. Her kimono was all messed up.
Oh, wrong one. Wrong one.
Hold on. Try remembering Hiyoko's body. Her kimono... There's only one reason her kimono would be that messed up. She fought the killer.
Allow me to cut through those words. The reason Hiyoko's kimono was messed up was because she wasn't able to properly wear it.
Wear her kimono?
Yeah, it's also the reason why she decided to go out on her own.
Hiyoko seemed to be really struggling with wearing her kimono. I believe that was one of the reasons she locked herself in her room. That is why I informed her. I told her that there was a full-length mirror at the music venue, and I suggested that she use it.
Then the reason her kimono was messed up wasn't because she fought the killer.
Yeah, she went to the venue on her own just to fix her messed up kimono.
I get it. I lost. Boil me, burn me, take off my clothes. Do whatever you want to me.
I don't know if I want that.
Hajime, now's your chance. Make her admit defeat. Or better yet, make her do a little something something.
Soda, you're disgusting. Hell no.
Then, the killer probably couldn't have assumed that Hiyoko would go to the music venue.
Though that may not apply to Sonia, since she provided Hiyoko with that information.
Though I knew she would go there, there is no way I could have predicted when she would arrive.
Don't go doubting Miss Sonia, you cretin. I'll put you and your hamsters 6 feet under.
Oh, don't say that.
Kazuichi, it seems you have quite the fashion sense. Do you want me to incinerate your clothes? Perhaps I could do that while you're wearing them.
Gundam, please stop! For his sake!
for his sake.
What do you mean, for my sake?
Yeah, have you not seen his answers at work?
Of course. I've already overlooked no less than 10 opportunities to kill you.
Even if the killer couldn't predict it, why did Hiyoko get killed in the music venue?
The only thing I can think of is, it was an unfortunate coincidence.
Yeah.
Coincidence?
She was there on accident.
When she went to the venue by herself, she was probably just unlucky and walked in on the crime scene.
She was killed so there wouldn't be any loose ends?
It probably happened when the killer was preparing to kill Ibuki. The killer most likely had already placed the hemp bag over her head, and without hesitation,
killed Hiyoko.
Because the killer used that coincidence for their crime, it made this case even trickier.
That's the reason they imitated the movie to falsify the murder sequence.
Which means that low-down scoundrel didn't plan on committing imitation murders at first.
Then what was the killer actually planning to do? They've been cunning this far. There's no way they'd kill Ibuki without a plan. Do you have any ideas?
I do, Mikan, I do.
Damn,
I always
you don't know
have
the most
ideas.
important part.
The killer planned from the beginning. I'm pretty sure they're very close.
Hey Nagito, any ideas?
Why would you ask him? Why would you ask the one
Hey,
person?
how long are you gonna stay quiet?
Oh, am I allowed to speak? I'm so happy I'm getting goosebumps. Everyone actually needs help from scum like me.
So what do you think?
I was thinking about it while I had my mouth shut. But now Ibuki definitely didn't commit suicide.
No, really, we already established that.
What are you talking about?
I thought there might be a possibility that she faked her death and tampered with the crime scene. But now I remember, there was blood on Ibuki's slippers. So if she faked her death and walked around the music venue tampering with the crime scene, there'd be bloody footprints left in various places throughout the venue. So that's why I think there's no way she faked her death. There's no way Ibuki committed suicide.
You know, we already finished talking about that a while ago.
Huh? Really? That's annoying. I guess I should just awkwardly laugh about it then.
Are you freaking kidding me? There's no limit to how useless you can be.
That is true. No, wait a minute. If Ibuki had blood on her feet, there'd be blood all over the place if she kept walking around.
Strange. That's very strange.
This is strange? What's strange?
I see. It's not something we finished talking about. Those footprints. They're still an important clue. Left that we have completely overlooked. Just as Nagito said, if she had no had blood on her feet, she would have left footprints. Then why? Why aren't there any footprints on the... Would it be the stepladder? I would guess the stepladder.
Crap!
Okay, so so it has to be something.
I can prove it.
Okay,
with
so
this.
it was the stepladder. I second guessed
If
myself
Ibuki
there.
used the stepladder to hang herself, it's strange that there weren't any footprints on it.
Huh? There weren't?
Hmm.
Yeah, that stepladder was completely clean. No footprints or bloodstains at all.
You noticed such a small detail! How amazing! This is truly the talent of a chosen ultimate!
What are you talking about? You were obviously leading us to this. That's why you brought up the suicide topic after all this time. Nagito, you're definitely someone I shouldn't underestimate.
But
didn't you say you saw that video of Ibuki climbing the stepladder? Then, I think there's no doubt that she really did climb it.
Unless there was something funny about that video.
I see. So there was some kind of trick arranged in that video,
But that's something only Hajime would know, since he's the only one who saw that video.
So just as I thought, it comes down to that. The mystery surrounding the incident is contained in that video. And whether or not we can reach that hidden truth, it's all up to me.
Hajime, I leave it in your hands.
Oh my god.
As long as I leave this to you, I won't tell you to do your best, but oh well. You should get started already.
Yeah, I'll definitely try.
If there's something hidden clue in that video, should have seen something strange that as I watched it. I'm the only one who can clear that up. I'm the only one who can actually saw the video. So I'm the only one who can do it. This is another logic dive. Thank you video that I saw. Based on everything we know, or know from the debate thus far, I should be able to figure out what's strange. Wouldn't it be the... I really don't know.
Damn it!
What would it be?
Damn it!
Okay, cool. Then it's the floor.
Damn it!
What could be?
Here!
I'm just dumb.
That's right, I remember now. There was definitely something strange about that video.
Can you explain it to us?
There's no blood on it.
What's strange is that stepladder I mentioned earlier. It's true that the steps of that stepladder weren't dirty, but on one side, there was a bloodstain, right on the left side of the stepladder. However, that contradicts the video I saw at the hospital. There weren't any bloodstains on the stepladder in the video. It was completely clean.
That is truly strange. If the video showed the moment of Ibuki's death, then Hiyoko should have already been dead by that point.
Even so, the fact is the stepladder had blood on it at the actual crime scene. But the stepladder in the video was completely bloodless.
Oh.
And there's no way the video was recorded in advance. If that's the case, the only thing I can think of is...
It's possible those two stepladders were completely different.
No.
Wait, are you saying there were two stepladders?
I don't think there was two stepladders.
But where would you find another stepladder? There was only one stepladder in the music venue.
Then one of the stepladders was somewhere other than the music venue.
What do you mean?
You're suggesting that the stepladder in the video isn't the only thing that's different. Am I right? That's amazing, Chiaki! All that gaming has given you incredible deduction skills. Is it okay to say that?
What are you two talking about?
So the stepladder isn't the only thing that's different, huh? Cheka said the stepladder was at a different place, but if that's the case, then the thing that's different between the video that actually scene of the crime is that thing, the place where the killer did something. Hangman's game. Would it be the... What room is it called? Oh, what room is this called? 1 second, I'm trying to think. I don't actually... I'm actually gonna look this up because I don't remember. I actually don't remember. I can't think of it. V2 case Why can't I think of the name of it? Like, like I can think of it. It's like it's there, but it's not there for me. I don't know why. It is. Ah, okay. I know what it is now. Oh. Okay. I just need another L. Oh, well, we lost the L that we needed. Okay. Oh, I did not mean to. Oh my, oh my. Oh, oh no, fuck. Okay, I am actually just gonna. This is actually going to be the end of me. Oh my god.
I got it!
This is so badly on that. I don't know why.
That's right. Besides the stepladder, the filming location must have been different too.
What do you mean?
I mean, the video I saw was not filmed at the music venue. It was filmed somewhere else.
But the hospital monitor's supposed to display footage captured by the music venue camera, you know?
Then, there's a possibility that the killer also tampered with the surveillance camera unit.
In other words, in order to show that they filmed the video at the music venue instead of somewhere else. What did the killer do to the surveillance camera unit? He took the camera. She would have to take the camera, right? Oh, logic dive. Yeah, I don't really have that much health left. Oh. Or no, it would have been both. Oh, actually, no, I'm too smart. I'm too smart for my own good. Question 2. Oh no, it was in the music venue. I'm that dumb. Man, tell myself I'm smarter than I did that. Oh my goodness! How did I mess that up? Oh, I know how. I'm living on some thin ice here.
It's all coming together. That's it. The killer just brought the camera from the music venue. With it, they made me think it was a live feed from the venue, when it was actually from somewhere else.
Then only the monitor was left in the music venue?
Yes, at least when I first discovered Ibuki's body. But when Hyoko's body appeared, the killer probably put the camera back too.
Or not.
That means you should have realized that from the start and made this easier on all of us.
Shut up, Akane.
He did discover the body, but I doubt his attention was focused on the camera.
Well, that's true, but... in order to hide that the camera was missing, the killer did one more thing to the remaining monitor.
She smashed it.
I see!
Destroyed it. Conquered it.
The killer smashed the monitor to pieces, destroying it. As long as it was in pieces, you wouldn't be able to tell if the camera was actually there or not. My attention was so focused on the body that even I couldn't have noticed something like that.
Of course
And
she
the
couldn't
moment
have.
Hajime left the music venue, the killer put back the camera they took.
And they destroyed it and left that in pieces as well.
It's easy to say it was filmed somewhere else, but the surveillance camera's connection wasn't that strong.
Despite Kazuichi's desperate repair efforts, it seems it could not transmit from the hospital to the motel.
Yeah, it
The
was.
fact that it was able to connect between the hospital and the music venue is amazing enough.
Which means even if the filming in another place, as long as it's transmitting to the hospital, the range would be pretty limited. If that's the case, where would the video be filmed to make it look like it was filmed at the music venue? The only possibility is that place, inside that building. Another Hamburg's Gamut? It's not the staff room, is it? It's... I don't remember what they named it. Maybe it's the faculty room. No. Oh boy. Why can't I remember what it was called? We were just there yesterday. We were just... Oh my god, I am retarded. I am actually just retarded. Give me what I need. There's no two ends, is there? There shouldn't be. Ah, there we go. Okay, give me that big... Oh, nope. Sadie? I need a... Oh my, I am. Okay. Oh my god.
I got it! It's possible that it was filmed at the hospital's conference room.
Huh? Conference room?
Yeah.
But the hospital and the music venue look completely different.
That's exactly why the killer did something to make those two places resemble each other.
To make the conference room look like the venue, the music venue, the killer went ahead and did some work. I gotta make clear and what that was. Dude, that's easy. Easy peasy. It would have to be there.
There's no way the conference room and the music venue look the same.
Which place resembled the other? Did the conference room look like the music venue? Or did the music venue look like the conference room?
Or did they make some kind of set?
Or they might have tampered with the camera.
No. I think I know which way I
still
need to
can't
go.
believe he mixed up the filming locations.
Shut up.
Hajime, you're pretty stupid.
Shut up. Shut up, Akane. Okay.
There's no way the conference room and the music venue look the same.
Which place resembled the other? Did the conference room look like the music venue? Or did the music venue look like the conference?
It's that one.
That must be it! What the killer did was make the music venue, the crime scene, look like the conference room. They did that by using the black curtain hanging at the back of the stage.
Oh.
From what I remember, there used to be a really flashy curtain, but after the incident, it somehow became a plain black curtain that didn't seem to be the right size.
That's right! It's so half-assed, just like Monomi.
Oh yeah? Well, your face looks stupid.
Good job,
That
Monomi.
curtain was hung so the music venue would look like the conference room?
In actuality, Even though the curtain in the conference room doesn't stand out, it is a black light-blocking curtain that's long enough to reach the floor.
I see. The conference room. In the same color as the music venue stage.
Oh.
So the killer chose the conference room because they realized the floor matched.
Matching floors, matching curtains. I guess it makes sense you'd mistake the two.
But that's not all. There should be something else the killer did to tamper with the evidence.
Something else, would it be the candle?
I can prove it with this.
We're slowly
You're
getting
referring to
our
the candle in the music
hearts
video, right?
back, guys.
In the video I saw, a candle was used for lighting. But if you think about it, that's pretty strange. The music venue has good lighting, so there's no reason to even use candlelight.
That is true.
But wouldn't they have done it to make it feel creepier?
That might have been another reason, but the main reason was probably to tamper with evidence. The lighting in the conference room and the music venue are so different. They couldn't be used during filming. That's why the killer used a candle as film lighting instead.
Which means... Are you saying the candle in the music venue wasn't actually used?
It was just placed there to
That
look like it
candle
was.
was likely placed there just to make me think it was the same candle that was used in the video.
With candlelight, you can't see things in that much detail. Maybe they were going for that effect. With that cheap-ass camera, it won't capture much in a dark area.
As long as this all matches up, it should be no problem to say this is decided. The video I saw wasn't filmed at the music venue. It was actually filmed at the hospital conference room.
Yes.
If I'd found proof that evidence in the conference room was altered, we would have reached an answer sooner. But it appears the killer already covered that up, so I didn't find anything when I went there.
But there's no mistake. That's the only place within the connection range of the surveillance camera.
The motel would have been too far, and the interior design of the movie theater is too distinctive.
But this must be a surprising turn of events for Hajime. You never suspected that the video you saw in the hospital was being filmed in the conference room.
The incident isn't happening at the scene of a crime, it's occurring in the conference room.
I feel like I've heard beside cops say that before. But isn't it this the other way around?
If Ibuki's hanging video was filmed at the hospital's conference room, then was Ibuki killed at the conference room too?
I don't think so.
No, that's not possible. Right after Hajime saw that video, he discovered Ibuki's body at the music venue.
That video was filmed at the conference center, but Ibuki's body was in the music venue, which means that there was a fake somewhere. That fake must have been...
I see!
Ibuki in the conference room. Has to be it.
The person wearing the hint bag in that video wasn't Ibuki. It was the killer pretending to be Ibuki. The killer put on a hospital gown, wore a hint bag on their head, and was only pretending to be the victim.
By that time, the real Ibuki must have already been killed.
The actual time of death must have been earlier. Probably around midnight or dawn to avoid witnesses.
If they took Ibuki from the music venue to the hospital to kill her, there's no way it happened during the day.
So that's what happened. Then no matter how quickly I ran, it was impossible for me to rescue Ibuki. At that moment, I was already in the killer's trap. And the one who set the trap for me was...
But why did the killer go to the trouble of making a fake video just so Hajime could go to the crime scene?
The reason the killer made a fake video There's only one possibility I can think of. And if I examine that possibility thoroughly, then naturally the killer's identity will reveal itself.
I think it already has, Hajime.
You fiend! Are you saying you already know who the killer is?
That's right. I should already know. I should already know who the killer is. We get to select. It's not Gundam. It's MIKAN.
You're the only one! MIKAN, you're the killer, aren't you?
What are you talking about?
Like I said, aren't you the killer who murdered Ibuki and Hyoko?
Killer? Huh? I'm the killer? What is this?
Hey, don't you think that's kinda impossible?
I don't think it
A
is.
chick like her as the killer? She couldn't even kill a fly. In fact, the fly would probably kill her first.
She's right! A clumsy slowpoke like me killing someone? That's completely out of the question.
But we're the only ones. Thanks to that video, we're the only ones who have the advantage of an alibi.
An alibi? Was that the killer's goal?
Now that you mention it, you guys brought that up earlier. Only Hajime and MIKAN have an alibi.
It's just a coincidence.
I don't think it is, MIKAN.
But you're the only one who could have filmed that video in the hospital conference room. Is that also a coincidence?
That is true. Shouldn't you get some rest already? You should be exhausted from nursing without any sleep, right? Oh yeah, that's right. We told her
At
that.
that time, you said you were going to the on-call room, but you actually went to the conference room. That's when you put on a hospital gown that you prepared in advance, put the bag on your head, and began filming. By doing that, you made up a video that showed Ibuki trying to hang herself at the music venue. And showed that to me.
Oh. She getting a break?
Furthermore, I saw that video at the hospital lobby. If someone wants to go to the conference room from outside, they have to pass through the lobby.
So it's impossible that someone who wasn't already in the hospital went to the conference room to film.
Not only that, the others in the hospital, Akane and I, were both delirious from the despair disease.
Despair!
So that must mean...
Please wait a second. What are you saying? I'm the killer? That's impossible. There's no way I could kill someone.
It's not literally impossible. Can't you give a better defense than that?
Nagito, please.
Just shows she can't even do that.
Hey, you sure this chick is really the killer?
Yeah.
Wrong! It's totally wrong! It's not what you think!
Just like Akane said, it is really hard to tie it all together. I mean, MIKAN is the killer?
I agree. It is truly difficult to believe someone could be killed by such a slow-witted woman.
That slow-witted remark is not necessary.
Yeah, but it was.
It's fine. I've been like this for a long time. In a tournament for social punching bags, I'd easily win first place with my soft reputation. Even I can't deny that. How many times do I have to tell you? It's impossible for me to kill someone. I'm serious. Very serious.
What do you say, Hajime?
Do you still believe this woman is the killer?
Do you hate me that much, Hajime?
Hey, Hajime!
Everyone's ganging up on me. Tricks aside, logic aside, is she really capable of doing something like that? Could it be I'm the one making a mistake? No, in fact, it'd be much easier if I was wrong. If I had this much doubt about someone I've spent so much time with.
Can you hold on a minute?
We did, Cody. We made her cry. Ah, can you hold on a minute? Huh?
Well, I know I'm being intrusive and all.
We're
and
the
I
ones
mean,
that did it, Cody.
I have no place to say this. I missed all of the critical parts, and I doubt I have anything worth saying at an important time like this.
So you should feel bad about yourself now.
What are you saying?
But still, there's definitely no way I can overlook the killer this time.
Because he didn't kill me. Huh?
I thought it was suspicious all along, from the very beginning. Investigating with the suspect in mind creates a different result than investigating with no leads.
Hey, what are you trying to say?
Well, thanks to that, I was able to discover a truth that nobody else knows.
Did you really? Did you really, Nagito?
Are you serious? I've been so focused on everybody else this trial. But I guess now's a good time to say it, right?
You better not have kept quiet on purpose. This isn't a game, you know.
Yeah, it isn't. It isn't.
Actually, this is a game.
Shut up, Monokuma.
Please don't say such controversial statements.
Life or death.
Well, what do you know, Nagito?
Well, it's nothing big, really. Only a small, decisive clue that points to the killer.
Dang! That's a huge deal!
A decisive clue? Does something like that really exist?
Let's take a look, shall we? Regarding the rope Ibuki was dangling from. This rope was supplied by the supermarket, right? There weren't any ropes inside the music venue.
Again with the supermarket? That place is a hotspot for criminal goods.
Yeah, nothing big. It's nothing big.
If they got it at the supermarket,
Because it's from
that
Nagito.
means it was brand new, right?
Because, you know, Nagito just thinks nothing is big. He thinks
What's
of
wrong
nothing
with
of
that?
himself.
I want you to take a close look at this rope. And keep in mind that it's brand new.
Is it really brand new?
Near the middle of the rope, it's frayed, as if it was rubbed strongly. But why is it like this? The loop Ibuki used to hang herself is on one end of the rope, and the part of the rope that hung from the baton lighting is on the other end.
Hey, you're taking too long. What's wrong with the rope being frayed?
It means, well, from what I can infer, I think the rope was used like this.
Like what? Oh.
The killer wrapped the rope around Ibuki's neck, pulled both ends at full strength, and strangled her. The center of the rope is frayed because that's the part they used to strangle Ibuki.
How did we not see that?
Hold on. I've been listening to you for a while, and it sounds like you knew about this rope clue all along.
And you didn't tell us, Nagito? I hate you. I hate you,
What
Nagito.
exactly did you say to me during the investigation?
So this rope won't be much. Oh yeah, you told us that it wouldn't be even a clue.
Not everyone cooperates at a class trial. Those who lie and conceal the truth will obviously be here too. Just like this case's killer. I was just copying them a little bit.
Huh?
More importantly, what was all that about the rope? The killer strangled Ibuki. And then?
And then, I finished speaking.
Oh my god, you have to make us figure it out.
How is that a decisive clue?
Huh? You didn't notice it? I thought I made the decisive clue very clear.
Nagito's words contain a decisive clue. Is that really true? This is another logic term. Make your argument. How would this be a decisive clue?
Ibuki didn't die from hanging. She was strangled to death.
Okay.
That's basically the same thing.
Though
Oh,
hanging
God.
and strangling seem similar, they're very different. The scars they leave would look different too.
Oh, I did not mean to hit that.
Scars? You mean the rope burned, right?
But we believed it was from a hanging. Why would that be?
Did we fall for someone's lie?
Oh my
The
god.
body at the crime scene was hanged, you know.
No, it wasn't.
Obviously, we'd assume it was a hanging.
The Monokuma file complicates this
Or
too.
do we have to agree on that one?
It never specified hanging or strangulation.
Whoever misunderstood is to blame.
What do we need to do for this one, actually? Ibuki's true cause of death was strangulation. The fact is it the hanging rope that we
Ibuki
need?
didn't die from hanging. She was strangled to death.
That's basically the same thing.
I don't
Though
remember.
hanging and strangling seem similar, they're very different. The scars they leave would look different too.
Scars? You mean the rope burn, right?
But we believed it was from a hanging. Why would that be?
Did we fall for someone's lie?
Why don't I remember
The body
this?
at the crime scene was hanged, you know.
So it's not that. Why don't I remember? Okay, why am I not thinking straight right now?
Ibuki didn't die. She was strangled to
It has
death.
to be this, because
That's
none of the
basically the
other
same thing.
ones make sense.
Though hanging and strangling seem similar, they're very different. The scars they leave would look different too.
Scars? You mean the rope burn, right?
But we believed it was from a hanging. Why would that be?
Did we fall for someone's lie?
Okay,
That
so
must
what's
be
that?
it.
We're like living on thin ice right now.
So that's what happened. We've
It's
been
probably the
falling for
worst
the
I've
killer's
done on
lie
it.
this whole time.
I think this is probably the worst I've done on a case. There's something I want to. Okay. Had no alternative, so there's no doubt she died from hanging herself.
You said Ibuki hanged herself, but that was a complete lie, wasn't it, Mikan?
That is... well...
You told us the wrong cause of death. You lied, didn't you?
Oh.
You should have been able to tell the difference between hanging and strangling just by looking. You, Mikan, the ultimate nurse.
Please wait! First of all, I'm not a coroner, so I don't have the medical knowledge to identify injuries like that. That's why it's not my fault if I made a mistake.
Don't do this, Mikan.
You were right. And you have been a great help to us so far.
But even a drunk medical student can notice the difference between a hanging and strangulation.
I'm not taking her side or anything, but being clumsy and unskilled in this area could lead to a mistake.
Well, I mean,
He's totally right. I'm such a clumsy mess, and I got so careless.
Mikan nursed me till I got better. There's no way I'm gonna doubt her.
Don't you think her
But-
devotion to
but-
nursing is what helped her draw Ibuki to her death?
Huh?
And if not, her symptoms were still very serious and caused her to believe what anybody told her. It wouldn't surprise me if she willingly followed Mikan because she was nursing her.
that is true. That is true.
So Mikan volunteered to nurse us? Cause she was planning to do this all along?
That's a little... Aren't you like the thief who suspects everyone else of being thieves?
I'm not a criminal. Mikan is. I mean, she's a killer, you know.
You've got it all
She
wrong.
killed 2 people.
Please forgive me.
I'm sorry, but there's no way I can forgive you.
I don't think I
I
can
just
forgive you
can't
either.
forgive this crime at all.
Forgiveness or not, we still have not decided if Mikan is the killer.
I think it is. Oh, what was this? Oh, thank you. I'm probably gonna say this wrong. Is it Yoshikaz? Thank you for the follow. Oops. Oh, I don't know what I'm doing right here.
I see. You guys are kind. Well, if that's the choice everyone makes, then the only thing I can do is back off, I guess. But is that really okay?
It's not
Is
okay.
that everyone's hope?
You're friggin' annoying! If you keep talking, I'm seriously gonna beat you up!
Oh, sweet. I'm glad I got it right. How you doing?
But I'm really not the killer.
Wait, did it really? Huh. I don't know why it did. That's weird. I'll have to go back and look at my settings and stuff, see if something in my settings went wrong.
There's no way. I'm capable of killing someone.
Is that really true?
Huh?
I might know why I did it, because I think I have some words blocked, and it might just read your last part of it and blocked it, but
Stop it already!
I really
That's
don't
enough.
know. I'll probably have to redo that part.
I can't stop.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too.
I don't want to do this either. Of course I don't want to do this. But I need to do this.
You doubt your friends?
No, we have to doubt it. This is a trial right now.
That's not it. I suspect them because I want to believe them.
What the hell does that mean?
I don't think belief and doubt are necessarily opposites.
Huh?
I do doubt her, but I still want to believe her. Belief lies at the heart of that conflict. 'Cause if there's no room for doubt, then there's no reason to believe, is there?
Nope, there isn't.
Don't say deep stuff. I don't really get it.
Kakani's because your head is empty.
If you want to believe in someone, you need to overcome doubt first. Belief without doubt is simply a lie.
Fine. Do whatever you want. I won't stop you anymore.
Huh? Is that all you can say?
Oh god, Mikan.
Ah, so in the end, you're all just a bunch of bullies, huh? Justifying your actions with fancy words. Making excuses for why it's not really your fault. Everyone always treats me like that. Always.
Mikan, don't cry. Please don't make this harder than it has to be.
It's all her fault. She's the one with the problem. I'm done with that. You hear me? I'm done.
Hey, Mikan.
It's not fair. It's not fair. 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 Why won't you forgive me? If you did something wrong, you'd forgive yourself right away. What did I do? Why won't anybody forgive me?
Is acting like this your strategy now? Well, this is annoying. Plus, to be honest, I've run out of ideas. How can we get you to admit it? That's the issue.
If we don't have any clues, why don't we have her give us some?
Huh?
I'm the same as Hajime. I don't want to doubt any of my friends.
Really? Well, I guess that's 2019 for you. For anyone, really.
But still, the truth is one of us murdered two of our friends.
You know, at least they don't go murdering each other. And then you get put into this kind of situation.
That's why we gotta stick with this until the very end, so we can finally break these chains of despair. Hey, Mikan, can I ask you one last thing? If you're not the killer, then who fabricated that video Hajime watched?
Like I said, it obviously wasn't me.
Then who was it? You
Can
did
you
it.
prove it?
That's not giving us anything, Mikan.
Prove it? Wait Do you have any proof that I'm the one who fabricated that video? That's right! Show me your proof!
Oh, MIKAN.
Because you're just assuming the video was filmed at the conference room. Treating me like a killer based on an assumption. Just because I was at the hospital. That's totally crazy! I didn't do anything wrong! Why does everybody always hate me? Please, just forgive me already!
Calm down, MIKAN.
Is this broad really okay? She's emotionally unstable.
I'm not the killer! The video... I never filmed that video!
It seems she finally started arguing for us.
Huh?
But the only one who can find the hole in her argument is you, Hajime.
How can I find it?
So, I'm going to leave this to you once again.
Why does it have to be me? Could it be? Was this Chaika's goal all along? She's saying everyone's fate depends on me, and the only person who can solve that
Why
video.
do you get to decide I'm the killer? Where's your proof? Please, forgive me already!
I need to make up my mind. I'm the one who has to do this. I'm the one who's going to finish this. I think it's time for Rhythm Mania. Or it's not. Dang. It would have to be... What, MIKAN's account? Wouldn't that make the most sense?
We can't think of anybody else other than you who could have filmed that video.
Huh? Do you have any proof?
Oh, jeez.
Is the hemp bag on her head the proof?
Oh, I know.
Is the hospital gown she was wearing suspicious? Or could it be the hospital slippers she had on?
Ibuki and MIKAN clearly have different body types.
Is that really your proof? You could tell her body type under the hospital gown? Just from that video? Just
What
from
would it
that
be?
camera angle? Just from that dim candlelight? There's no way you'd be able to make out her body type! So please forgive me already!
Hajime, pay close attention and listen well. You're the only one who can point out the killer's mistake.
Would it be the surveillance kind? I don't know what it will what it is right now. What would it be?
I'm not the killer!
We can't think of anybody else other than you who could have filmed that video.
Could have filmed that video.
Huh? Do you have any proof? Is the hemp bag on her head the proof?
Oh.
Is the hospital gown she was wearing suspicious? Or could it be the hospital slippers she had on?
Ibuki and MIKAN clearly have different body types.
I think I know what I need to do.
Is that really your proof?
Because I haven't had any of these yet.
You could tell her body type under the hospital gown? Just from that video? Just from that camera angle? Just from that dim candlelight?
I should have been able to. I should.
Hajime, you're the
I
only
should have
one
been able
who
to
can
get
point out
that.
the
I
killer's
really
mistake.
thought I would have been able to get that.
I'm not the killer!
We can't think of anybody who could have filmed that video.
Huh? Do you have... Is the hemp bag on her head the proof? Is
Nope.
the hospital gown she was... Or could it be the hospital slip?
Ibuki and MIKAN clearly...
Is that really... You could tell her body type under the hospital gown? Just from that video?
Oh my gosh.
Just from that camera angle?
Okay, we got it. We got it. We got what we needed.
Just from that dim candlelight? There's no way you'd be able to make... So please forgive me!
Hajime, pay close. You're the only one who can point out the killer's mistake.
Wait, I thought that was right. What? Wait, what? That should have been... Oh, okay. I think I see what I did wrong right there.
Damn it!
And I... Oh. Yep, game over. We have failed. But that's fine. We'll just redo it. I see what I did wrong right there. I was just being dumb. Of course.
We will never give up!
I was just being dumb right there. Alright, let's do this correctly.
I'm not the killer!
We can't think of anybody who could have filmed that.
Huh? Is the handbag on? Is the hospital gown? Or could it be the hospital slip?
Ibuki and Mikan.
Is that really? You could tell her body just from that dip. There's no way you'd be able to make. So please forget.
Hajime, pay close attention.
You're the only one who can point out the killer's mistake.
Okay, we got it. Alright. I did it in the wrong order.
I'm not the killer!
We can't think of anybody who could have filmed that.
Huh? Is the handbag on? Is the hospital gown? Or could it be the hospital?
Ibuki and Mikan.
Is that really? You could tell her body type under the hospital gown? Just from that video? Just from that camera angle?
Okay.
I'll shoot through that
Because
contradiction.
I did it the wrong way. Kinda a little dumb about that.
Mikan, you've committed a major mistake.
Mistake?
As I said before many times, I'm the only one who saw that video.
What's wrong with that?
But I never said anything about the camera angle.
Oh.
So how can you say anything about the camera angle as if you saw that video yourself?
You just screwed yourself, girl.
The only reason Mikan knew the camera angle Hajime had seen.
Well, I've already played, I played this game, I want to say 5 years ago or something like that. I just don't remember it, completely. It takes me a little bit of time to remember how the trial went.
Is because you're the person who actually filmed that video. Is that right?
I'm just playing these again because I actually enjoyed it, and since I have all three, might as well play all of them.
This is your just reward. The more desperately you argue, the deeper you dig yourself into a hole.
How's that cheating if I already played the game, Evie?
You lied, didn't you?
Are you serious?
I am serious.
Is it true, Mikan? Did you kill Hiyoko and Ibuki?
I don't think it's true, Evie. It's not cheating. Oh my god.
I was wrong. No, that's not it at all.
That's not it?
I can see that. I mean, some of the stuff is kind of, because sometimes you forget that you can do the you take one of the truth or the lies or contradictions, and you can take them as a bullet point. Sometimes people forget about that. I completely forgot about it until I was like, oh yeah, that's a thing I can do.
Impossible.
Impossible?
You know that hemp bag Ibuki was wearing when she died? Try remembering the tote bag instead. Ding! I totally remember now.
What the heck's wrong with her? She's getting weirder by the minute.
That tote bag. Isn't it the same one that girl was wearing in the video?
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, V3 was a little bit.
How do you know so
more
much about that
different.
video?
Who cares about that? More importantly, did you know that bag is a limited item that was sold at the movie theater?
V3 actually,
didn't you?
I'm
you
not.
remember the Usami decal on it, right?
I'm not gonna ruin anything about V3, but V3 kind of threw me in a loop at the end of it.
Whoopsie! Don't worry about it. I remember even if you don't.
It threw me through a loop that everything I knew about this universe was just so weird.
There's no mistake that tote bag is a limited item.
Evie, you don't get to know yet. Wait until V3.
So don't you think it's impossible? Using one tote bag in both the conference room and the music venue at the same time?
No, Evie. You get to be in the dark until we do V3.
It's blatantly obvious that that's impossible. Don't you think?
It is best if you see it yourself. Like,
That's why that video isn't fabricated. And I'm not the killer.
that's why I don't want to give you like spoilers and stuff to this. Cause like I just think it just ruins it.
So you'll forgive me, right?
Taking your stubbornness this far. Such despair.
Then you're gonna forgive me? I won't stop until you forgive me!
Long time no see. Well, not really. Oh, really? I mean, I guess technically, like, if you didn't know anything about Danganronpa, V3 wouldn't really give you any spoilers to the last two, but it kind of seems weird. It seems like, no, she's not Junko. Long time no see. Not really. Oh yeah. Okay. So what's this last one? Oh, okay, reload. You'll no longer be able to do it with just the B button. Bullets display. They're bringing back the bullets. How do I refill my bullets? The X button. Okay, now I remember. How I started Danganronpa though, Yoshikaz, I started with the anime, and then I went and played V2 and then V3. And then I just recently, or not recently, I guess a couple months ago, I guess that's recent, brought V1 to play V1, to see how different it was from the anime. Alright, I understand this.
I'll keep explaining it until you forgive me! That bag is a limited item! That's why that crime is impossible for anyone to pull off.
This chick, has she lost it for good?
I guess that is very interesting. Oh, I like that emote though that you just put in there.
Will you forgive me?
Whose
You'll
emote is
forgive
that?
me, right? Isn't that right? You're obviously gonna forgive me, right?
At this rate, we're not getting anywhere. I gotta do something to end this. I gotta do something so I can make her admit it.
You still haven't forgiven me? I'll do anything you want.
Oh.
Please, draw on me. Do you understand? Why only me? Please, draw on me. Can you forgive me already? Forgive me! Forgive me! Please, draw on me. Do you understand? Can you forgive me already?
Oh my gosh.
I'll do anything you want.
Okay, I'm just gonna do
Can you
this
forgive me already?
because I'm just
I'll
dumb.
do anything you want. You're done for! Forgive me! Forgive me! Why only me? You still haven't forgiven me? I'll do anything you want.
No, you won't.
Please, draw on me. Do you understand? There's only one bag. It's impossible to use it in two places at the same time.
That's not right.
Why only me? Please, draw on me.
Oh, okay, I think I know
Can
what
you
it is.
forgive me already? Forgive me! Forgive me!
We're just gonna do this.
There's only one bag. It's impossible to use it in two places at the same time.
That's not right?
Please.
Oh god, why can't I remember this correctly? Oh, I'm just kind of dumb. Slop top? I would have to check
Do
that
you
person out.
understand? Can you forgive me already? I'll do anything you want. There's only one bag. It's impossible to use it in two places at the same time.
Oh, I did that wrong again. I did it wrong again.
Can you forgive me already?
I'm
I'll do anything you want. You're done for!
Yeah, that's exactly what it is, Evie. I did it wrong again.
There's only one bag. It's impossible to use it in two places.
This is the end!
I just did it in the wrong order every single time. Shut it, Evie.
Monokuma mentioned this earlier.
When you buy one bag, you get another free. It's a common practice to bait customers with bonus prizes.
Whoever bought that bag should have received another one as a bonus prize. Which means it's not impossible to use that bag in two separate places. So please, just stop making desperate excuses.
Why? Why can't you forgive me? Why?
And because he killed 2 people.
It seems her desperate struggle is finally coming to an end.
Why does everybody always hate me? You should just forgive me already!
MIKAN, it's already over. After I go over your crime from the beginning and show that you have no arguments left, please just admit it already. In the end, at least let me believe in you.
I don't know if we can actually believe in him. Cody, you can't forgive her anymore. I'm sorry. She's gonna go by. Okay. So it's not that. Wait. Oh, okay, I know what it is. So this goes here. And then this goes right here. Oh, okay, so this would just go right there. Oh, this one's actually a lot quicker than I thought it was going to be. That there, and then this right here.
Here's everything that happened in this case. The key to this incident is the surveillance camera video that only I saw. That's why I'm going to start with that to unravel the knots of this crime. When I went to the hospital with MIKAN this morning, I noticed a specific thing in the lobby. The incoming signal light on the surveillance monitor was blinking ahead of the scheduled time. When I switched on the monitor, what appeared on screen was a person wearing a hospital gown and a bag on their head about to hang themselves right at that moment. That surveillance camera unit was designed for two-way communication with the hospital and the music venue. That's why I thought the signal originated from the music venue, so I immediately headed over there. But that was the killer's trap.
That's one thing I also like about Danganronpa, is the music. The music's really good.
In truth, that video was recorded in a different place. The killer brought the music venue camera the night before and made their preparations in advance. And then, they filmed that video in the hospital conference room. By doing so, they tried to make me think the incident was happening in real time, when in fact, the crime had already been committed by that point. The person in the footage wearing the bag was actually the killer acting as a fake. I didn't know that, so I went to the music venue and found the hanged body wearing a bag on its head. Seeing the body before me, I panicked and rushed out of there to get the rest of you guys. But that was also part of the killer's trap. After cleaning the conference room, the killer was likely watching the music venue from outside. And, as if they were switching places with me, they went inside the music venue and began working on their last trick.
To trick us?
First, the killer peeled off the wallpaper covering one of the stage pillars, revealing Hyoko's body. When I first arrived and saw the hanged body, I didn't notice anything strange about that pillar. I didn't expect it to be slightly larger from the wallpaper, or have Hyoko's body hidden inside. Next, the killer destroyed the surveillance camera that was used in the conference room. After destroying it, they mixed it with what was left of the surveillance monitor found at the crime scene. The surveillance camera the killer used was originally brought from the music venue, but when they brought it, they made sure to destroy its monitor beforehand. They wanted to hide the fact that the camera wasn't at the crime scene. In the end, the killer transformed the crime scene into a closed room. They broke one of the drumsticks from the storage room and placed it near the music venue's entrance. However, they did this to mislead us into believing that the music venue was locked from the inside. In actuality, the reason the music venue became a closed room was because of the glue. The killer sealed the door with glue and intentionally created a closed room that could be forced open. With that, the killer finished tampering with the crime scene and met up with Fuyuhiko and me. They helped us force open the music venue door, despite the fact that they personally
That's very
sealed
interesting.
it. And they made us discover not just Ibuki's body, but Hyoko's suddenly present body as well.
That's actually very,
At the
very
time,
cool. That's
they
interesting.
pretended to be surprised, but inside, they were probably relieved that their plan worked out.
It's kind of dumb too, in a way, if you think about it.
Isn't that right, Mikan? This crime was orchestrated by you, wasn't it?
Whoa! Now she's laughing?
It's been such a long time. This feeling, I know it well. Like the floor is collapsing, like the sky is falling down upon you. This feeling of despair!
Oh god.
Mikan, you...
Oh no.
What has happened to you?
Whoa there! Before that, a moment of your time.
What do you want, Monokuma? I did so poorly on some of these where I shouldn't have done poorly on. Like right here, 10, 11, 12, 16, and 15. I should have not done that poorly on.
It seems your arguments have reached a conclusion, so let's proceed to our regularly scheduled voting time. Now then, please pull the lever in front of you and cast your vote. Who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? Let's go!
Let's see. Let's see. Did we make the right choice? Oh, we did. Give me all those Monokuma coins. They must be worth something in this world. All rise.
Well now.
Now then, though it may be obvious at this point.
Correct.
You got it right once again. That's like 3 in a row. That's right. The true identity of the horrifying Blackened who killed 2 girls was MIKAN.
Damn it.
You gotta be shitting me. Are you saying MIKAN, the one who nursed us back to health, was the one who killed them?
I won't forgive you.
Don't joke around with me. MIKAN, did you lie to us all along? Were you planning to kill them from the start while you were nursing them? Why are you just laughing?
Hey!
Don't just laugh, say something. This is going nowhere. She has actually lost it.
What's going on?
This chick.
Hey.
This is nothing like Pekka. She's actually gone mental.
Well, that's obvious.
There's nothing that we can do. She's no longer the same person. She's no longer the MIKAN we knew. Huh?
Hey,
Based on my predictions, she might have caught it too. She probably had the despair disease, which was the motive of this case.
What?
MIKAN. Two, you say? Well, it would make sense. I know because I was looking at MIKAN for so long. She was the one taking care of me after all. My consciences, oh gosh, keep drifting, but even so, when I did catch a glimpse of her expression was full of despair. A despair devoid of hope, that not even a single fragment of hope that not even a single fragment of it remained. Hold on. Did you say MIKAN also had the despair disease? Then that means she was...
What?
Huh? Hajime, has something crossed your mind? That's why she was so warm. My body's heavy. No, not just that. It's somewhat soft and really hot. That's right, MIKAN felt really hot at the time. Now that I think about it, it must have been a high fever, just like Ibuki and Akane.
It cannot be.
Then, because of that disease, MIKAN was...
Perhaps...
The symptoms of that she truly felt must have been deserving of the name, despair disease. Losing all hope and harboring despair of all hope. Because of the despair disease, she was likely overcome with despair.
See?
That's the reason why she can still laugh in such a hopeless situation. You're scaring me, MIKAN.
Jeez.
Which means the MIKAN standing before us is no longer the ultimate nurse. She is a completely different person now that she is infected by the despair disease.
Isn't that right?
She's a human who's deserved to be called the ultimate despair. Ultimate despair? That's the reason why I cannot forgive this. I mean, killing someone for the sake of despair instead of the sake of hope?
Impossible.
There's no way I can forgive that.
Oh?
For the sake of despair? Haha, that's completely wrong.
Huh?
Wrong? Wrong? What's wrong?
What I did was for the sake of my beloved.
Oh.
Huh?
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 Who are you talking about? If only they were still alive, they'd be so happy. I know. Oh no.
My beloved was the only one. That's right. The only one who never hated me. They forgave my existence. They forgave me and accepted me. They gave me value.
I don't know about that.
They loved me. I loved them with all my heart, and they returned it in full.
You'll learn later.
This
Maybe.
is my reciprocation.
I'm not telling you, Evie. I will never tell you anything. I understand that I've done something unforgivable. But you know, to transcend all that is truly... I'm not telling you anything. What love is all about.
Hey.
I don't understand what you're saying. You don't understand? Is it because you don't have anyone to love? Is it because you're also someone who isn't accepted by anyone? What a pity. I feel sorry for you. No, it's not one of the remnants of despair.
Well?
Even if I say this, I'm sure nobody here would understand, but love is a wonderful thing. This feeling of freedom, where you no longer care about anything. My beloved and I are the only ones within that thin veil, and I'm just looking out through it. That's why, as long as I'm on the inside, no matter how much they tease me, splash me with water, kick me,
How amazing.
it's nothing. It's like nothing matters. I could just die. That's how little it matters. Who cares about hope or despair? It's love, only love.
Could it be?
Agito, is this really the despair disease you were talking about?
This is...
It seems that I was wrong. Not only was she affected by despair, I can't tell you that. I don't know. You were half right. It's right to say that this is all thanks to that disease, because thanks to the disease, I was able to remember my beloved. Remember? Apparently that's what my symptom was, huh? What a wonderful symptom. Which means you had the remembering disease.
But
if that means that she remembered something and ended up like this.
Such despair.
Are you saying you were like this from the start? Were you like this before you even came to this island? Don't get so angry. Well, first of all, the reason I became like this wasn't my fault. It was all your fault, you know. Because it's not like I'm the entirety that I'm entirely responsible for turning out like this. I'm the person I am today because of many human relationships. So, it's everyone's fault that I turned out like this, you see? Even so, the current me was most strongly influenced by my beloved existence. And it was also my beloved who created the me that everyone can't forgive. But my beloved still forgives me and still accepts me. That's the key difference between all of you and my beloved.
Don't fuck with me!
Like I said, who the fuck are you talking about? Such a lost hope. Are you saying this is MIKAN? She's the real MIKAN? MIKAN, please answer me. Did you really remember? You ended up like this all because you remembered? There's no way I can believe that. There's no way. The person you are right now is the real MIKAN? Oh, you still doubt me? Then to prove I remember, I'll tell you all something nice. It's about the World Ender organization that you all were worrying about.
You serious?
You know? Not know. I just remember. That's all. I knew about it all along. How that horrifying organization known as World Ender is also the organization known as the Future Foundation. Future Foundation? Future. That's right. The symbol on the ancient ruined doors. That's right. It was the Japanese word for future.
Hey.
Just what is the Future Foundation? What are they planning? As the name suggests, the organization is the World Ender. The Future Foundation is trying to end our world. To put simply, they're trying to claim the world for themselves.
This is bad.
Well, what the heck? This isn't a comic book, you know. As part of their plan to end the world of the Future Foundation, brought us to this island. Isn't that right, Monomi? Huh? I knew it. Monomi, Monokuma, they're both members of this crazy organization, aren't they? Monomi and I aren't members.
I am Monokuma!
My existence is entirely my own.
Hey.
Don't laugh. Hey, MIKAN, if you really do remember, then you already know, right? You know, right? Who the true identity of the traitor hiding among us? Of course I know that. Let's see, the Future Foundation lackey that's hiding among you all is... Oh, well, no one really cares about that, don't you think?
Of course not!
Oh, hell no! You'll find out eventually. So there's no need to be so impatient. Probably, when the countdown ends. Countdown? You even know about that?
Oh?
I don't know anything, huh? I have a feeling that's what it is, but who cares about that, you know? I'm drowning in so much love. From the bottom of my heart, I just don't care about anything anymore. But she isn't. I'll tell you she isn't that close. Evie, what you think is the wrong way to think right now. But MIKAN, is this really you? I won't believe it. There's no way I can believe you're like this all along. Because if that's true, then who's the person we've been spending time with up until now? The past. Past? The person. She didn't exist in the beginning. I'm just telling you nothing right now, Evie. It literally will ruin if I tell you anything. It will just ruin it. I don't care if you don't care that it would be ruined. I just don't want to ruin it for anybody else. She's just my past self who lost her school memories. You guys consider that a thing, or that thing a friend?
Oh?
That doesn't make me happy at all. It just fills me with despair. You guys accepted my past self, but not my present self? That's... Well, that applies to all of, to you as well. Memories of people, memories of events. Whatever memory it is, losing memories are.
Do you understand?
Like losing your personal identity. Memory is the most important component in building a person, don't you think? Losing our memories makes us shadows of the past, don't you think?
Hey.
I don't know what you're trying to say, bud. In the end, it'll always lead back to that story. That story about our stolen school lives.
Hey!
So, it was true all along. Our memories were taken away.
Damn it!
If it wasn't true, we wouldn't be suffering this much. Well, why don't you just take your sweet time and remember at your own pace?
Oh?
Oh, Monokuma, is it alright for you to start now?
Yes, indeed.
Punishment time? Damn it, why? Yeah, you're not allowed to look up anything about Danganronpa itself. Because you literally will ruin everything for you. Because after we finish this, we'll watch the anime so you get a better understanding of what number 2 is all about. And then we'll watch number 3 that has nothing to do with Danganronpa 3 itself. MIKAN, why does it have to end like this? This is too pointless. This is too much.
Now then, I've prepared a very special punishment!
For the ultimate nurse MIKAN.
So it's over.
We have like, I don't know, I think 3 to 4 more cases to go. So it's over.
It's really... Now I can go to my beloved, who always forgives me. I can finally see them.
Can you really?
Please forgive me, the one who's going to die with the hope of finally seeing you.
Let's give it everything we've got! It's punishment time!
See, if I wanted to go through this, I wouldn't be reading all, like, faster. I wouldn't be reading all the dialogue and stuff. But we just can't rush it. We gotta take our time, Evie. I hope this doesn't, like, the frame doesn't go away or goes badly while we're doing this. Because my frame rate goes so bad when we do executions. That's probably like one of the worst executions that I've seen inside the anime, or not the anime, but in the games. I just don't think it was a really good execution. It's finished. Is it really finished? The killer who killed Ibuki and Hiyoko was MIKAN? Yeah, it is. The punishment is really dumb. I don't like it. Like, all the other ones have been like super good and like make sense. You want blood? No, we don't want blood. Come on, Evie. And she's been executed. She apparently committed her crime because she was afflicted by the despair disease. So what? What's finished? Nobody wanted it to end this way.
Let me ask.
Who was that MIKAN from earlier? Was it her true form? Or is that self a symptom of the despair disease?
Damn it.
There's really not much blood in that game either. Go play like, I don't know, something better than than Borderlands 3. It doesn't matter either way. If she ended up like that just from remembering, then all along MIKAN was never worth being a symbol of hope.
But
Even if her words were influenced by despair disease, if the disease turned her into that, if she lost herself to a simple disease, she was definitely unworthy of being a symbol of hope.
isn't that right?
So, let's just move on. Come on, let's take all the despair and change it into hope.
Please wait!
That's impossible. I mean, I thought we were friends this whole time, but even so... Like a house of cards collapsing in an instant. In the end, our friend we thought we knew ended up showing us a completely different side of herself. I have not seen any gameplay for Borderlands 3, by the way, Evie, so I just don't know. I haven't seen it. Then she vanished from our sight, leaving behind only her malice towards us. And now, there's no way we can just move on or try to have a clear-cut attitude about these feelings. That's clearly impossible.
Damn it!
It would have been so much easier if she was the traitor too.
Wrong.
Too bad. That's not the case. MIKAN was not the traitor.
Come on.
The traitor is still alive. As proof, see how fine Monomi looks right now. I'm not fine at all. But if the traitor died, you wouldn't be this calm, right? I mean, you're both pawns for the Future Foundation. So you guys are like two hearts beating as one, right?
You fiend.
What does that make you, fiend? Did you say you're different than Monomi?
Phew.
Who cares about who I am? More importantly, I'm tired. The drama that kept going and going, I didn't even have time to eat my black bean right eye during the break. Oh yeah, that reminds me. So, never mind. I won't say that, because that would actually kind of ruin this game. I won't say anything about it. Your right eye is made of black beans?
Hey!
Wait, now's not the time to focus on that. What are you trying to say?
Hey,
You know, isn't it said that life has its ups and downs? It's fun because downs come after ups, but if life is always full of downs, wouldn't it get boring? So in order to help you guys feel better, I've prepared a special event. Special event? Head over to the First Island's beach. An old friend will be waiting there. Old friend?
Huh?
Could it be Nakamaru?
Hey!
Is it, or it is, isn't it? Nakamaru was safe after all. Safe? How should I say this? I knew it. I knew that crazy bastard Nakamaru would come back to us in one piece. Awesome! We started seeing Light of Hope. That Light of Hope, I am happy Nakamaru is returning to us, but
So just as I thought.
3 of our friends just died, so honestly I cannot be happy. Miss Sonia.
However,
Even so, I'm still happy if Nakamaru is safe. I am truly happy.
Fine.
If you're happy, you should honestly greet him with open arms. Perhaps those who have been taken from us would do the same if they were still alive. Hey, Supreme Overlord of Who Gives a Shit, that line doesn't suit you at all. Silence. I shall crush you into dust. Ibuki, Hiyoko, Mikan, can you hear us? If you are unhappy, I apologize. However, please, forgive me for right now. I want to warmly welcome Nakamaru with when he returns to us. You don't have to worry, Sonia. I'm sure your feelings are reaching them.
Right?
Then let's all go to greet Nakamaru. Let's make it a grand even for those who have died. Huh? What the heck? Do I still have the after effects of that disease? Sob, I don't get it at all. Akane?
Alright!
Alright then, let's go! Yeah, you're right. Nakamaru's coming back. When we heard that, we were unable to contain our excitement as we jumped into the elevator.
Uh-oh.
Man, they ran out without listening to what I had to say.
Unbelievable.
Jeez, they are so impatient. Don't they listen to strict or don't they learn to stick around until others have finished talking? Well, what does that mean?
Hey!
You're plotting something again, aren't you?
No way!
I'm not plotting anything. I was just trying to properly explain everything to them, including Nekamaru's body. Huh? Nekamaru's body? It's their fault for not sticking around until I finish talking. So if something happens because of that, I bear no responsibility. What did you do to Nekamaru?
What's this?
What did I do? I just saved him. That's all. I mean, if I didn't do that, there's no way I could have saved someone who was that close to death. So, it just couldn't be helped. Boo-hoo-hoo, boo-hoo-hoo-hoo. As soon as we were excited, the elevator, we started running. Hurry to the beach from the first island.
Alright!
Alright, let's haul ass. Even though our minds were completely exhausted, strangely enough, our bodies felt light. Without stopping for anything, we kept on running towards the beach on the first island. Where in the world is Nakamaru?
Hey,
Hey Nakamaru, show yourself.
listen.
We have come to pick you up. Please hurry up and come out of hiding. We raised our voices. We looked around the area. We raised our voices again. We looked around the area again. And so on and so forth. We kept looking for him. But...
Hey!
What the hell, man? He's nowhere to be found.
Damn it!
Could it be... Did we get false info from Monokuma again? And that's when it happened. We heard a familiar voice echo throughout the beach.
What happened? Were y'all looking for me?
Could it be?
That voice. With high hopes in our hearts, we turned toward the direction of that voice. And then we saw something truly unbelievable.
Huh? What the?
Yo! I've kept you waiting. Hey, what's going on? Perhaps you don't remember my face since we haven't seen each other in a while. That's pretty sad, you know? That's too much!
who are you?
Huh? You too? What's going on? If you're messing with me, I'll stop doing it to you.
Nekomaru? Haven't you noticed it yourself?
What do you mean, noticed? Oh, you mean this body? This is nothing! The name's Nekomaru Nidai! I've been reborn in the rivers of hell!
Nice, Nakamaru, nice. Oh, how many days do we have left? How many days do we have left? 9 days, 14 hours, and 34 minutes. That doesn't make any sense to me. Now that I think about that, I just said that. Danganronpa. Sweet, we tamed her apron. Of course we're gonna save. We will find out eventually. Not right now, but eventually. But anyways, I think this is a good place to end today's stream. We've finished pretty much all I wanted. It took actually a lot longer than I thought it was gonna take. I thought it would at least just take an hour, not or a couple hours, not almost 3. But anyways, guys, thank you very much for coming out to the stream and watching. I had a fun time. I hope you guys had a fun time. Anyways, this is Raw Down. I'll see you in the next stream.